All right, the Tanks, they're lining up. 3:59 to go. They're going to go for 2, up 54-0. And looks like Coach Jamie Rice is not sure if he's going to give a signal or if he's going to give him want to do a timeout. And up he's sending Snook Martin in with the play. Okay, so looks like we got another penalty. Looks like. And the Tanks are now going to try the PAT, but they're going to be several yards back. Zach Christensen is going to have to kick. That's going to be about from. Wow. And another stoppage in play. Not sure what they're on. Okay, there. Zach Christensen's going to line up to kick the PAT. And he's going to have to kick an awful long yard one, back 15 yards from where he normally would be. And ball is snapped, kick is up, and it's good. Oh, but we got another flag. This came up late, and it looks like it's going to, and we got another one that's tossed. Looks like number 15 for the Tanks, J.C. Evans, and said something to the official. He was upset about something on the play and said something to the official that triggered him to throw the flag.
So we've got a couple of flags.
Not sure what's going to be, if it's going to be one. I know at least one is against the Bucks, but don't know if this is going to be something offsetting or what. And two personal fouls for looks like for unsportsmanlike conduct, both against the Buccaneers.
You know they don't like losing to Westport. That's a fact.
Yes, that's a fact for sure.
And it's getting a little extracurricular activity on that. That's what. Oh wow, kickoff's going to be brought way up.
Wow. The first time I
wow.
brought that far up.
So the Tanks are going to be kicking. The ball is on the Buccaneers 35. So if he kicks that thing 35 yards, that's going to be a touchback. Tanks are lining up to kick. Zach Christensen lines up, and after hitting the PAT, he kicks it, and oh, wow. Yeah, that's way back of the end zone. You know, if this was if, say, the score was like 21-14 or something, this is a situation, honestly, not now, but you could onside that. If something like that were to happen with the scores close. Yeah. Wow, this is just. It is just shocking, to see. I thought, the Bucks, they've got some good pieces. Rob Willard's got a good reputation around the league as a coach, and they've got some good players, but they are really putting. I thought. I did not expect it would be this big. I'll admit. So they've, and the Bucks, if you're a Buccaneers fan and tuning into this, look at it this way. This is their first ever game as an organization. They'll be back. They'll make some, they've got too good of guys not to. I think they've got some good players out there. So, maybe they'll have a chance to work on some stuff here and learn and, be able to bounce back in future games and hopefully make some noise in their league. All right, so the Bucks, they're coming back out on offense. They are lining up. It looks like they're going the Pistol weak eye. They're having a fullback to the left of the quarterback, back behind him, tight end, and 2 wideouts to the left. He's lining up, and Tanks with a 4-man front defensively. And DJ Keith looks like he's instructing the fullback on something. He's waiting. We've got flags out. Probably, false start.
Legal procedure going against the Buccaneers.
And I'm honestly, I think that's the first one they've called tonight. It feels like, though, that's happened both ways a couple times. But that's the first illegal procedure they've called. So that's going to make it 1st and 15 for the Wheelersburg Buccaneers. All right, we've got 3:52 left in the third quarter. Tanks are up 55-0 over the Buccaneers. And the Bucs are up. They're huddled on offense. So far, it has been all Tanks. 5 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing, and 2 defensive. All right, they're coming out. Now it's shotgun empty backfield. 2 wideouts to the left. Richardson in motion to the right. He's going to run. Actually, it's now a pistol. He's lining up behind the quarterback. And they've also got a tight end to the right. And he's looking. TJ Keith making the call, and he's getting ready to snap. Big blitz up the middle. He drops back, looks. Oh, he threw it to one of his linemen. Wow. One of his linemen, Anthony Rourke, broke off for a screen pass. He was wide open and had some daylight, but he dropped the pass. So it's going to be 2nd and 15 for the Bucs. Yeah, I guess, looks like they moved him. You can do what's called you can do an unbalanced set. So, like, you can move. I assume that applies to semi-pro. Like, you can play your tight end at tackle and move them around. I guess they did something with that in that regard. And, you can play your tight end. That makes them, and it's pretty bizarre how it is. But there was only one team I saw in high school, I remember, that did that. But, okay, so Bucs are coming out, trailing 55-0, 2:10 left to go in the third quarter. They're lining up on offense, and they're coming out again, empty backfield, tight end to each side, wide out to the right, twin wide outs to the left. And DJ Keith is looking around, making some calls, and he's getting ready to snap. Tank showing a corner blitz off the right end, and he throws to Ryan Richards, but he's right there, and he's swarmed in the backfield by several Tanks defenders.
You see that pressure brought by Dominic Johnson on TJ.
You know, Tania, that looked like he threw that backwards, and it looked like Richardson might have passed that when he caught it. Thankfully, there were several Tanks there to step in and stop the play. So now this makes a 3rd and a huge situation for the Tanks. 3rd, and that's going to be a good 30 yards probably. What'd you say, Tania? Probably 28, 30 yards.
Yes, I say so.
Wow.
Trying to avoid these bugs in our window.
Yeah, this heat is really attracting lots. So, I'm surprised, honestly. We're lucky we hadn't had more cramps on the field.
Right.
And looks like the Bucs are taking their time. They've got the ball on their own 10. Actually, it's 3rd and 24. I stand corrected on that. Ball on their own 7, so I stand corrected again. They line up in pistol, one back behind the DJ Keith. Bucs are showing Tanks are showing a double linebacker blitz up the middle. No, they're showing blitz with a bunch of guys. And it's snapped. The snap's dropped. Bad snap. It's bobbled. Keith just throws it out. He's got a guy wide open downfield, but he overthrows him. Tyson Maddox was wide open down there, but he heaved it up under a lot of pressure. And, I mean, DJ Keith has not had any time in the backfield to get anything going.
Brings up a 4th and long now for the Buccaneers.
And Tania, it just looks like, our defensive lines have just been powerful, and we're sending in a lot of guys on the D-line. We're rotating a lot of fresh guys in and out. And that marks the end of the third quarter. All right, Tanks are leading 55-0 over the Buccaneers. Only is 42-0 coming into the third quarter. Tanks scored. Let's see. Excuse me. Yeah. And we've got. Looks like they are. What's going on? Oh, just looks like they're discussing some things with the referees. Okay, so yeah, Tanks led 42-0. Came into the second half. It was just pure. They drove down the field and. Jontez Jones scored on about a 28-yard post pattern, and then after a Tanks drive, and then Big Anthony McDaniel came down with a tipped interception, ran it back to the 8-yard line, and set up a run for A.J. Williams, who ran it in untouched on the right side, and Zach Christensen hit the PAT, and now we're looking at a 55-0 ball game going into the fourth quarter. Wow. Quite a big, we've got a lot to look at, coming in, a lot of looks coming in, and, I think we're going to have Meet the Tanks next week, and then after that we go right to Carter County to play the Wildcats.
And I'm not mistaken, they have KCU's football field, right?
I believe so. I'm not 100% on that, but I know there was some talk about that coming into the year. All right, so where Bucks are coming out, they've got it 4th and 24 on their own 7-yard line. They're back in punt formation. All right, they're coming in max protect. 3 guys back. Snap bounces. Still caught. It's a fit. No, it's not. Oh, wow. Just barely shanks it off his leg. And it's a wow. It bounces off a Tanks player. Snook Martin. Luckily, the Bucks did not notice that, but it actually hit a Tanks player. Continued to bounce right into Snook Martin's hand on the Bucks 45. Luckily, he picked it up and ran. He ran backward with it, but it's definitely a lot better than losing the ball. So we've got it the ball on on our own 45. Tanks 45. 14:45 left to go in the fourth. So, all right, Tanks coming out. Sending in. Jermaine Payton comes back into the game at wide receiver. Looks like. All right, and they're coming out, and it looks like they're, once again, Tanks coming in and shotgun. Micah Brown to the left of Job Swords, 2 wideouts to each side. Swords, they snap. Swords gets it, hands it to Micah Brown. He powers through the middle, gains about 5 yards. Gains about 1st and down, and I don't know what is. Well, I don't know what has happened there. They showed it first, and it should be a 2nd and about 5, but for whatever reason, the chain gang, I'm not sure what's. Okay, yeah, they just needed to move it down, so it should be 2nd and about 5. Tanks coming out, leading 55-0, 13:57 to go in the fourth. 2 wideouts to each side of Swords and a back to the left. They snap it. He drops back, throws, looking, throws it, has a guy open, and the ball is caught by number 17, De'Aaron Jones. De'Aaron Jones, wow, another Lexington guy.
First down for the Tanks.
Big first down there as De'Aaron Jones catches the out route and gains about 3 or 4 more.